Following a 4-hour flight from Indonesia, we arrive in Cairns, where we'll be travelling down Australia's east coast, all the way to Sydney. Jumping in our Uber is a short drive to our accommodation. With the cost of eating out being triple what we're used to, we decide that it's more cost effective to spend a bit more money on accommodation that has a kitchen so that we can do a weekly shop and just cook for ourselves. And with that, we head to a nearby shopping centre to set up our Sims and do our shopping for our time in Cairns. Getting our biggest receipt so far, Australia's definitely going to make a dent in the savings. Starting the day with a beautiful bacon and egg sandwich, we head to the Cairns Botanical Gardens via our first trip on the clean and surprisingly cheap Australian buses. One thing that we're still getting used to is the free drinking water straight out of the tap everywhere you go. Finishing our walk in the gardens, we jump back on the bus for one of the healthiest dinners that we had in over 8 months of travelling.
Today, we're off to explore Daintree Rainforest with a tour from Billy T Safaris. We got picked up and then headed along the coast to Daintree. Arriving, we jumped straight on a boat that headed down a very crocodile-filled river. Making it off the boat alive, we head back to the bus and off to the rainforest. After learning loads about the oldest rainforest in the world, it's back on the bus again to go to Cape Tribulation. following a lovely walk along this stunning beach, we head back into the rainforest along the boardwalk and then off for some ice cream. To finish off our tour, we got to hear a didgeridoo for the first time.
To celebrate and dance and play and share story. So I just play very quickly. It's my way of giving gratitude to the forest for the day.
Then we got dropped back to our apartment and had another delicious dinner.
Today we head to a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Great Barrier Reef. As we walk to the harbour, we're amazed to see all these lovely free public swimming pools. At the harbour, we checked in and got our boarding passes for our boat. Then we were on our way. After an hour boat ride, we arrived at the snorkeling spot. Being in Australia, there are tons of things in the water that can kill you, including lots of jellyfish, so you have to wear these stinger suits if you want to go in. Because of the recent rain, the visibility wasn't great, but this is definitely some of the healthiest coral that we've seen so far. Working up an appetite, we enjoyed our buffet on the boat and then headed to Green Island where we spent the afternoon. Leaving Green Island, we sailed back to Cairns and did some sunglasses shopping.
Today, we're going to Hartley's Crocodile Ventures, but first, a gym session. Getting picked up by our bus, we made our way to Hartley's. Arriving, we head straight to see the hundreds of crocs they have here at Hartley's. Moving on from the crocodile centre, we were very excited to see koalas for the first time.
You like?
Is lighter because they won't be reflecting heat up here. Length of their coat, of course, is shorter to deal with the heat. So if you're looking at koalas, gift shop that you exit.
Off to explore the rest of the park, we got the chance to feed kangaroos. Then it was time for the main event, the snake and crocodile attack show, which I was absolutely thrilled about.
Bird of the red belly, very commonly encountered. I'd argue they're probably the most commonly encountered snake we have here in this country. Most of you have probably seen a few of these things. If you go up north of Port Douglas to Mossman, you got guys, you should get this one. This is easy. Very common non-venomous snake. This particular one here, this is a coastal carpet python. You get them along the east coast, and they're the largest of the carpet pythons.
He's going to have a crack at freak me out when you get any closer to it. Come on. So you're going to watch out like that, guys. They're going to try and grab you with those jaws. So, give another grab. Come on. So you can hear that bite force there. Come on, mate. That's half a roll. Come on, dude. There we go. You got another one or are you done? Should have grabbed his teeth. Oh. There you go, buddy. It's all yours. Oh, nailed it. Go for the eyes. Go for the nasal disc. There is a theory, right?
Then we ended the day with a crocodile river cruise.
Just like
Then we found our bus and headed back for dinner.
Today, we get our first Australian Greyhound bus on a 6-hour journey to Townsville. With our tickets and our seats booked in advance, it's as easy as putting our bags in storage and climbing aboard. These buses are a lot more comfortable than what we're used to, with charging ports, free Wi-Fi, and even an onboard toilet. Stopping halfway at a service station, which are noticeably better than Southeast Asia, we get some food and drink and then carry on our journey. Arriving in Townsville, we meet our host, who shows us to a very nice apartment. Exploring the facilities at our apartment, we hit the gym and then head to Woolworths for a food shop. We will quickly head back to drop off our shopping and have a bacon and egg roll, and then head to the Townsville coast for a walk along the Strand. Getting back from our walk, Emsy prepares our most missed meal, a gravy-filled roast dinner. Today we head to the highest point in Townsville, Castle Hill. Battling hundreds of stairs and the beaten heat, we made it to the top. Heading back down, we spent the afternoon by the pool.
Today we're going to Queensland Museum. And then we spent the afternoon in the gorgeous sunshine. This morning we decide to hire a scooter to explore more of the local area. Similar to the ones in London, you pay a price to unlock it and then an hourly rate. So, to half the price, we shared one scooter. This is such a fun and easy way to get around. We then enjoyed our last afternoon by this beautiful pool, had dinner and packed our bags ready to leave tomorrow. Fueling up, we head down to the harbour to catch our boat to Magnetic Island. A half-an-hour ferry ride later, we arrive and check into our accommodation. Then we catch the next bus to go and do our food shop. Food shop done, we go over to the games room at our accommodation and end the day with another delicious dinner. Today we head on the Forts Walk, which is known for having wild koalas. A short bus ride later, we arrive at the start of the walk, and it's not long before we spot our first koala. And then a whole lot more, all the way up to the top of the viewpoint. After taking in the views, we walk back down and catch a bus back for a game of Scrabble.
Today, we're going to explore more of Magnetic Island, starting with Picnic Bay. Next, we head to see Yalambi. Probably the only koala in the world that has its own Google Maps pin. Next up of the day is heading to the City of Adelaide shipwreck, a ship that ran aground over 100 years ago. Heading back to town, we accepted a ride from a lovely local couple, cooked some dinner and played games in the evening.
Today, we make our way back to Townsville via a short ferry crossing. Which was absolutely freezing. Then we found our Greyhound bus, which will be on for the next 5 hours to Early Beach. Following a very long afternoon on the bus, we did our food shop and finally made it to our accommodation. We delayed our Whitsundays trip until tomorrow for better weather, which meant that we had a spare day, so we spent it on Early Beach. Watching a storm come over, we headed back to get our coats. And what better to do with a rainy afternoon than get a pedicure?
Today is a much anticipated boat trip to the Whitsundays. Arriving at the docks, we got our stinger suits and found our boat. And then the very action-packed journey to the Whitsundays began. Em was in one of the most action-packed seats on the boat, which you can see me in now, but managed to backflip off the seat and hurt her hand, so I took her place. At our first stop, we jumped in for some snorkeling. Then it was time for the highlight of the trip, Whitehaven Beach. Being 99% silica, Whitehaven Beach sand is the softest that we've ever touched. Leaving Whitehaven Beach is another action-packed journey back. Arriving back from an amazing day at the Whitsundays. We got showered and changed and then jumped on a 14-hour Greyhound bus to Hervey Bay.